Delete wasters from your life. People who are not there when you have money. As soon as money arrives, it's as if there's a spirit that makes them know. Here they come. Tell them, I love you, but I listen to Apostle and I'm on a journey with determination. I was going to assist a gentleman one time to marry, and then among the budget, he brought a budget for honeymoon. I said, you are joking. You're joking. You are joking. There are people today, if you say you want to help them start out in life, what kind of car will I buy? They will tell you a Jeep. First car. There is an orientation we must trust God for grace. Some of you, even though you are making it, remain in that one room. Cut your course and keep growing and building, so that when you come out of that one room, you don't return back in shame.
My name is Asitonka Agri Abba, and channel is called Asi Darling because I'm such a darling. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trigger Asi Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below, let me know. Gang now. Thank you all so much for the love on the other video. I am so grateful. Yes, my vlogs are going to be coming. I won't even lie to you guys. Actually, right now it is 15 minutes past midnight and I had to just sit down and do these videos. One of the reasons why I'm scared of vlogs is the time it takes to edit, but hopefully this particular video, sit down video, comes out in time. Now in this video I'm going to be discussing what is the ideal duration if you're going to be schooling here in Canada. Now shout out to everybody that commented on the mic and the sound. I'm just trying to work on the placement to be sure that it is not covering my entire face, but it's also picking up the sound properly. So let me know what you think about this particular position for the mic, just so I'm talking directly into it. So for programs to study in Canada, we have the 1 year program, 2 years program, 3 years program. But one thing I also want to point out is that on no account should you choose any program that is English as a second language, or a program that takes only 3 to 4 months, or maybe the program is 1 year and you go for fast track. Those things can give you issues when you want to do your postgraduate work permit. It is important that if you want to start this journey, you start straight from doing your research. So let's say you we're looking at 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. Another thing I need to point out that should be a no-brainer: please do not go for schools that do not have DLI. I know that some agents will lie to you and tell you that, oh, there's a particular school, Toronto School of Management or something like that, and for some reason I see a lot of people going to that school knowing fully well that the school doesn't have a DLI, and you say, oh, let me enter Canada first, and after doing 1 year I will go to another school that has one. You're wasting $25,000, $18,000 on a school that will not give you what you're looking for. For me as a business person, it is a very wrong investment. Like, that investment has no future. If at all you want to spend that money, why not spend it on in a school that is going to give you something back? Memorial University in Newfoundland cost about $8,000 or $7,000 in a year, depending on the course you're going for. So it doesn't even make sense that you're spending close to 3 times that amount on a school that still won't give you what they call postgraduate work permits, whereas this memorial school, as also other schools in the Atlantic region, have PRO pathways when you school in that region. Do you understand? So that's one thing we need to point out. For me, I will start with the first one, okay? Truth be told, like I said in the previous video, when I came in, I wanted to do 1+1. Let me even start by saying that one of the reasons why I got deterred was the moment I started, I didn't, one, of course, financially, I didn't think it was a good investment. Yes, I was reading and all of that, but people saw how I was stressed. I was now thinking, okay, spending another $18,000 to $20,000, is it worth it? Like, what you're going to get out, is it worth it? You know, and those were thoughts that I had to play around with. Another reason why, for me personally, I decided to look to doing just 1 year was the cost of the second year. I've said it before that I wanted to do 1 year here in Toronto, and the second year will be in Calgary. So the school I was looking at was site, and the program I was looking at, that same program in Seneca, if I was going to just continue doing the program in Seneca, was close to like $4,000 cheaper in Seneca than in Calgary. It did not even make financial sense to me, knowing fully well that I might have to pack up my life here and move 3 provinces away, or how many provinces away, to Calgary, and then at the end of the day, you're even paying more just for the prospect, because for Alberta their pathway might not be too direct when it comes to those that schooled there, but of course there is that pathway. And for me, it just was a hard sell. So personally, I am going to continue doing just 1 year, and I finished my 1 year. I haven't done graduation yet, so I would go into the whole I would talk to fellow people that decided to do 1 year, and everybody will give their reasons. That way probably be better guided. But for me right now, I would stick with my 1 year. When I came back from Nigeria, I applied for my postgraduate work permit. So yes, we are risking it all. 1 year of schooling gives you 1 year postgraduate work permit. That is one thing you need to know. 2 years gives you 3 years. 3 years gives you 3 years. So, and you can only apply for it once. I know the fear with people concerning this 1 year is, of course, will it be enough? Will I get a job? There's a lot of pressure. So I'm going to start with the next point. I feel 1 year is ideal for people that have a lot of work experience. If you have work experience, you're close to 30 or above 30, 40, 50. I feel like you should do a 1 year program. Why I say so is because in that 1 year, I'm believing and hoping you're doing that program in a province that will give you PR. Like, personally, I do not think that we get that old and we want to waste our time. I don't care what they say these other provinces are giving you. If PR is your end goal, if citizenship is your end goal, I believe that it is best to put your funds in a place where you can get what you want with a 1 year program. There are people that do 1 year program only. Some of these provinces need you to stay in their province for like 6 months. You do a 1 year program and you get your pathway to citizenship, or sorry, your pathway to PR. Some they'll give you, of course, if they nominate you, that's extra 600 points. When you're in the pool, you get the PR. So for me, I feel 1 year is ideal for those that are close to 30 or above 30, because the truth is, if you like do 5,000 years, every year that goes after that year, no matter how long you stay in Canada, if you say, oh, I will do a 2 years program, it just adds to your age, and you know that we are still going to have to enter the pool at one point. So why will you just keep adding to your age? Do you know that there are many people that do 2 year programs in Canada, have 3 year work permits, and still within that 3 years they are not able to amass the lowest cutoff so that they can qualify for the express entry? Crazy. So it's not about the status you have in Canada. It is how fast you can apply for PRO, how soon you can get it, and if it means you being in a province that will give you what you want, I feel you should invest in it. You should look at it. Okay. So for me, the next one will be the 2 years program. The 2 years program is ideally for those that are in their early 20s. Like if you're in your early 20s, go for the 2 years program. You know, because at that age, the last thing you want to think is like final thoughts. You know, you're still a young person, and you might not want a situation whereby, oh, Asi, don't say I should go to all these Atlantic regions. That might not be where I want to study. That's not what I want for my life. And when you try to start making a permanent decision in some of these provinces, because when you take a provincial nomination, it is more, how will I put it? It is expected that you live in that province. So let's say 2 years, 3 years, or thereabout, maybe till you get your citizenship, you have to live in the province, work, relate in the province. Now, for young people that are in their early 20s, they want to be free. They want to be able to do whatever it is. So that's why I say, okay, go for a 2 year program. That way you have 3 years work permit. It enables you to be free and not be under pressure to maybe qualify for PRO. So if you want to travel to different places before you come back and start working towards your work experience, that's on you. If you want to do your work experience fast so that you can put it in the pool that you've done your work experience, start waiting for your express entry while you're doing other things, that's also the best idea. For me, I would suggest that even if you're a young person, and even if you're doing a 2 year program that will give you 3 years work permit, the faster you can be in the pool, do your IELTS, do your WES, register your 1 year work experience, register your Canadian education, start gathering points as much as possible. The faster you can do that, the better for you. If at all you even need jobs, try to filter the location to those provinces that will give you faster. For me, that would be my advice. Understand that one of the things that people that know me for is I don't like to give advice. So if I'm taking it time, I personally will say I believe in whatever I see you take, but most times I come out and I give unsolicited advice, or even if it's solicited, most times I just come out to also put the disclaimer that this is not set in stone. You can do whatever you want. For the 3 years programs is mainly for teenagers, maybe people that have not, they just fresh out of high school and they want to do their diploma, you know, instead of just doing university, do a diploma. Some schools have diplomas attached to university courses, so that's something that you should look out for. And yeah, that will be it for the 3 years program. But please remember, never do a program that is going to take you 6 months or less. That way you will never qualify. And know that all these programs you're doing, you at least have the money, because right now things are a bit different. Okay, so things are different. By the grace of God, the children of God are surviving, but things are different, and it doesn't pay for you to suggest or to believe or to expect or to hope that the monies that you're going to make from your work, which is only 20 hours a week, is going to sustain it. So that is going to be tough for you. I don't know how you will do it. So if you're coming to these programs, always bring money. Another thing you need to look out for is my general advice, which is to find affordable schools in the Atlantic province. Read up the provincial nomination for Saskatoon, for Alberta, for Manitoba. Read it up and see the one that favors you. Okay, that is very important. So shout out to everybody that commented on my last video. I'm going to be doing this segment where I read out your comments and I answer it. You know, I feel like this way is going to be faster. Somebody wrote mother of 235. Well, thanks for your tips. I'm in my mid-30s and gotten admission in the process of getting my visa with 2 kids. My school, which is a master's, is in Ontario. Is change of school allowed? That is transfer to other provinces probably after a year. You can transfer before. One thing you can do is to transfer before. So because if you do after a year, it's going to be so much on you, so much on the children, just jumping from one place to the other. But definitely getting admission, if you have not started your visa or submitted your visa, I would say you can apply to the province. That way you don't even have to go through the stress of changing school. You can apply to those provinces, start looking at schools there. Maybe because, of course, you're also coming with 2 kids. That's a lot of money, depending on where your school is in Ontario. That's a lot of money. So being in your mid-30s, I would advise you just go to any of these provinces where you get it, because at the end of the day, with your work experience, luckily masters will also give you some points. Schooling in Canada will give you some points, but it might not be enough concerning how high the scores have been. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's see. Thank you so much for your well wishes. I truly appreciate. So I got another message. I think Yomi Kitchen Direct. If parents are sending kids who are in their teens or early 20s, they need to make sure they really know the character of the child, because some children misbehave. Exactly. You have no idea what we see. I've seen 13-year-old boys, 11, 12, smoking weed in the buses, doing all sorts of things. So please make sure you know the character of your child. Another person said maxing French or getting PMP in Ontario is one of the ways of another. It's either graduating from an Ontario university for master's or PhD. Yes, Ontario, one of the ways that they are looking at also is their graduate scheme, which is the master's program or a PhD program, because they have a special graduate scheme. I don't know if they have run that scheme recently. Okay, I don't know if they have run draws on their graduate scheme recently. There has been a lot of silence within the province, so if anybody has gotten recently, let me know, because it's not enough to just do it and then they never run the draws and say, oh, there were lots of master's graduates. It's not a good thing. So please try as much as possible to project, plan. Another thing. Thank you also so much. Thank you. Okay, yes, the comment about the chin. See, I've kept the mic like this. Google. Sorry, I don't like this what they call handle way that YouTube is putting the names now. From South Africa, thank you so much. She commented about the positioning of the mic. I hope this way is better. I'm just still learning. I'm trying. Let's see. Prayer. Okay, yes. pray. I know that it sounds like, oh, Asi is in Toronto, this one is in Toronto, this other one is in Toronto. I think I need to go to Toronto. Where are all these places? Hey, snow will just be falling. Snow is falling everywhere. Right now, I'm feeling the breeze. Snow is falling everywhere. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Just dress properly. If you dress properly, you're going to survive. That's the most important thing. You're going to survive. I'm going to reply your comments, guys. Don't worry. I'll reply it. Say most schools that are outside Ontario don't have programs that most people are interested in. What of after schooling in Ontario, you move to those provinces? You know, one of the things that I always tell people is, when it comes to, maybe because I'm a business person, there's one thing to have an interest in something based on, oh, I like this and I'm interested in it. But there's also one thing to say, between your interest and your need for PR, which one is more important? Now, if I need PR, I can study business, I can study wardrobe, I can study oxygen in a cheap school. When I get my PR, I now go back to school to study my interest, because at that time I'm paying way less. It only makes sense. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It only makes sense to me that way. Yes, you can school in Ontario and move to these provinces. That is also a good plan, because you want to live in a big city, which is good. So if you're able to maybe say, oh, I'll school in Ontario and then move here, I don't know if that will be something you're interested in, because there's one thing about settling down. It takes people a long time to settle down. You understand? When you settle down in Ontario, settle down, start buying things, your bed, your this, your that. Just the mere thoughts that you need to pack everything up and go to a city that you do not know. And when you go there, you have limited time to find a job, get used to the job, get used to the transportation, the city, and function. Make sure that by that time your PRU time is already reading, your PGWP time is already reading. It takes a lot out of people. That's why I'm suggesting, this is not even by force, I'm just suggesting that people should look at maybe just going to those places first. There's no point. Ontario no dey run, Toronto no dey run. Like, you will come here and be so disappointed and angry that this is where you'll be, oh my god, I want to come. You will come and look around and be offended. Don't be offended. Okay, so another one said, I'm above 50, I'm in Ontario right now, but will relocate as necessary. Please do. New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, those ones, Atlantic provinces are like shore. Manitoba also to a certain level. Saskatchewan and I keep calling Saskatchewan and Alberta, the way they run it is a bit different. But if you're looking at the ones that is shore, is the Atlantic provinces. So if you can, please do. They say if the person can't pay the balance on enrollment, will the school give a payment plan or to pay installments, or what would they do? It depends on the school. Some schools will just cancel your admission. And personally, I do not think that you should be doing payments plan in this Canada, so you're not frustrated. I know that it sounds like it's harsh, like, oh, what of those of us that don't know, we are struggling. If you're going to come here and hope on Naira to fund your tuition, you're going to struggle. If you're going to come here as a student right now and hope on part-time job to fund your tuition, you may struggle, because you have just 20 hours and it doesn't even if right now minimum wage, they increase minimum wage here to 16.55 or thereabout. Even if 16.55 times 20 is literally nothing. That's if you complete the 20 compared to the cost of living right now. So it's a lot. I don't think it's even wise. I think mainly schools in the UK that do payment plan. I don't know, but I know Seneca doesn't do payment plan. Like, the first month, what they can do for you is, if you pay your first term school fees, the best they can do is, let's say your school fees is going to be due the ending of the month for the first, like, if school starts September 5th or so, your school fees is due by the end of September, like that September month, your school fees for that term. I think that's the best they do, but payment plan, no, I don't. So somebody commented, So this person harsh, you go back home. Say, so what do you mean that the money is gone? Yeah, if you pay the down payment, please make sure you finish it. I don't think there's anything like refund, or if they even refund, I don't think you get all. They say there's nothing like payment plan when it comes to studying in Canada. There's just a portion of amount with a cutout date that you're required to pay. The truth is, when you keep delaying, they keep adding interest. That's also something you need to know. Someone said 20-year-old moving to Oakville, Ontario in January, did TOEFL. Will I be needing IELTS when I'm applying for PR? Yes, you apply. You definitely need IELTS. You just register. If you're 20-year-old, I don't know if you have work experience or how many years work experience, but this age, definitely you can do Ontario. 20-year-olds, you can definitely do here, do your 2 years work permit. You're going to be fine, don't worry. Somebody said, is it possible to finish from a school in Ontario and change to another province to apply for PR? Yeah, definitely. It's not as easy as, how people say, oh, I'll school here, then I'll change to another province. These provinces are far. It's like, you just stay, I'll school in Port Harcourt, and then I'll just change to Accra. You don't just change to Accra, like Ghana. That's where I'm comparing it to, because some provinces are so far apart. Like, if I'm going to use road to Calgary, it will take me 3 days. 3 days on the road. I have to fly. How will I fly my bed? I have to sell all the things for almost at a loss and go there and start buying from beginning. So for me, I don't even think it's wise for me to be advising you, oh, sell here, don't sell here, or do this, don't do that. You understand? So that would be like my own take on it. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, so another question says, please, ma, is it possible to be able to work as a new student before lectures begin? No, it is not allowed. It's illegal. Let it not go and affect your papers. Understand that one thing about Canada is anything you hide now, they wait for you for front. You can't just escape it. I'm going to be doing a video on people that are looking for other ways. Something like this. Okay, you want to work before lecture. You want to... Hold on, because it's a lot. This one says, ma, is it a must you pay half your tuition after paying 1,000 card deposit back home before coming to Canada? Because I don't know if if I'm able to pay school fees while on enrollment. Please let me know if the school wants me to pay the balance while on enrollment, and if they do and someone does not have the money on ground, what can the person do? I do not suggest you come to Canada if you don't have money. I beg you in the name of God. Canada is not running. You need money. Listen, one thing I've always told myself is, in this entire journey, I understand that I can be giving you bells and whistles. Come on, you make money, you will jump fence. I'm not doing that. It's not that deep. I will not do it. You know me now. When Asi say she could do this thing, I'm waiting. If I tell you need money, I'm not playing. You need money. You will see. I'm not even. When somebody had asked me, like when I went to Nigeria, somebody even wrote, "Now, are you back?" And now they ask some kind of funny question. And now they ask some kind of question. When we say, "I go just tire." I told somebody, I said, you cannot make guy for who has transport. Have money, I've played that video before that Apostle Joshua Selman had said, anybody that tells you don't need money is joking. So that the time that you feel exhausted, you stand up, pay flights, go to your house, sit down, not even do anything. The first week I was in Nigeria, I was sleeping. I not even think. I thought they sleep. Refresh, come back. All this was sometimes when people are shouting depression, you just need to go back home. Some of us don't do shege banza to all of our friends. You feel like going back is a sign of failure. Failure of what? Is it that you have so I don't know. Personally, I don't know. But please don't come here if you don't have money, so that you don't suffer unnecessarily. It's not that deep. Right now, the economy is even worse, according to people. You know that we will just met it like this. People that have been here say the economy is bad. So if indigenes are saying the economy is bad, I feel like even us, the students, are the ones that are even flexing a little, because we met bad economy. If you tell me that this bread used to be $10 or this water used to be $5, I don't know. When I came, I met it $6. I go pay the $6. Nothing what I won't do. You get, I will just think in my head that, oh, now so then they buy them for you. Now so then they do them for you. Do you get that kind of thing? So please, as a student, because of the amount of restrictions that are on students, number one, have money. Number two, know where you're going. If your plan is PR, I don't care if you like aircraft technology. If that school you're going to does not give you PR, go to a school and study business. Go and study international business will always be important. Go and read business. When you read business, you get your PR. If the aircraft still they worry you, you go back and do aircraft. By that time you're going as PR, you're instead of paying 20,000, maybe they pay 4-5. Is that not even a better deal? Are you no more calmer? Because the truth is there's a kind of need you will have. That aircraft will not even cross your mind. You will study that your desire, and you'll be so confused and almost depressed after school. Lots of agents are selling schools that are not even valuable. Guess why they keep selling Ontario? They keep selling Ontario. They have all the courses. I know they have all the courses, but what is your goal? What is your plan? Do you know that I said it before in one of my vlogs? I said the way business analytics was stressful. If somebody had told me it was that stressful, I'd have changed the course. I would have changed the course. It's not that deep. I would do boot camp. I will still be in IT now. I will use laptop and learn. It's not that deep. Sometimes people you come in now. You don't really know much. You have gone to choose cloud computing. You have gone to choose cyber security. You don't know how to code, but you have chosen it's your passion. you will so struggle. Adding to the struggle, rent is per month, and maybe you never get job yet. You will just be suffering for nothing, and maybe you no come carry money come. God have mercy. They don't used to do video for those kind of things. Now I'm telling you now, they be like say one day. Like I said, I don't used to give advice. I believe in whatever I see you take. But please understand, if you don't have money and you have experience, you are older in age, 1 year course is enough. Go and do 1 year in a place that you get PR. No answer anybody. Oh boy, now there they stay. That place is far. Oh, that place only 3. Go and do. If you want to come here, space there. There's space. Come around now. Come around. You want to come and compete with Chinese immigrants? Those people that now them be the Tesla boys. Tesla is toy. The kind of money those people brought into this country is the kind of money that you will stand at the junction and be like, God, am I an object? Am I a pure water sachet? Have money so that this country will not frustrate you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. Oh, let me give you gist on today tough. I said, I will rest. I will know, hey, I'm not going out. Let me rest. For those of you that are not following, please check out my Instagram channel at AciDarling. I drop content there. Once. I know I'm not too serious. By God's grace, I'm going to get into it. Probably sign up with an agency or something to start. I have to humble myself and meet somebody because I am overwhelmed most of the times, but God is with me. Thank you for those that watched till this point. Make I give on a hidden gist because it's good to they hide some gist for back. So today I say I will rest too. Let me tell you how this country is. I like dance, I go rest. My body's spinning me. I will not go anywhere. Yesterday shift 10 to 10. 10 to 10. Hey, my leg, they shake, they vibrate. I came home, I said, I beg. Today I had shift that was supposed to be 3 to 11. I said, I beg, give it out. I'm not interested. Oh my Jesus. As I was lying down, I saw I see one shift drop. That venue that I did when I just came. Don't worry, I'm owing you people vlog. I will go back. I will backdate it. Then this video makes sense. The money they used to put in their shift. Their own shift is always 9 minutes. So they don't used to do this normal. I told you Insta work is like some shift you see 18, 19, 50, 20, 21. Mainly 21 for some TD Bank and all those shift 21. If they give you promo, you can see 23. I told you my biggest shift once that someone transferred to me, 28, was one catering job like that for 4 hours. We're just serving in a construction site or something like that. But this one, I don't know, cost 31. I said, this money big. See me, healing came to my leg. I picked the shift. They said that shifts, when do we start? 3 to 10. big money. I pick am. After all, the shift I was going to get before was not even up to at all. So I just said, abeg, let me carry this one. Before you know, they increased the money from 31 to I think 32.85 or something like that. Bills. There's a way you will lie down and say, let me rest today. Bills will wake you. And this is me. Even in this my small corner, imagine that I came to this country and I say, let me just be over projecting and not follow God. When this Insta work came, I came to this place and I announced it. I have met people in shifts. I have met, like, shout out to those that actually come up to me and say, Asi, I watch your YouTube video. I signed up for Insta work. I got jobs. I'm doing shifts. One of the ladies, Mercy called. In fact, Mercy came to work in one of the places I was working in. I think she was there, and then somebody asked her, how did you know about this place? And she was like, she watched one YouTuber, or Asi Darling. And then my colleagues were like, which Asi? Hey, see, also now we they look Asi less, see Asi's fan. She was like, yes, and I was so happy because I like when people don't just watch, you listen, you go back and pray and think, so that it's not like I'm deceiving you. Go and pray, ask God, this thing Asi is saying, should I really do it? You understand? And then you act on it. This thing is helping. If you don't even get through the Insta work, because sometimes their interviews can be very tough and maybe you didn't do well, you can apply directly to some of these places, because it might look like it's not the most popular kind of jobs, but those are jobs that are consistent. Now, Christmas is coming. There are going to be lots and lots of Christmas parties. They will need people to serve. They will need people on the team. It's like back then in school, those that went to university, when they are looking for ushers or looking for all this, it's money that you make while you're on your feet. Sometimes your leg will pain you, but if you need to make money, make it. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to definitely, of course, I'm going to drop the vlogs so that it makes sense, but I didn't want to be held back because I kept thinking, let me drop the vlog first so that you will not know when I reach Canada. You will not. But in fact, let's just drop it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I remember your girl, Asi Darling. Please check out my other videos and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Everybody say to your name is here. Lift up your hands and say your name is here. You are the